And we are live. Welcome everyone to the last fight of this round of playtesting. I am joined today by Stu and Dave. You'll recognize them from the first video we made about the gladiators of Etape. And as promised then, we had to skip their fight because it was getting late. So we are here today to honor that commitment that they put in last time. Stu, anything you want to tell us about Elst?
Oh, well, I'll admit with some guilt that I mainly built this character along Andrew's tutorial video on how to build a monk. But I thought that this guy might be a little different and that he's fighting as a gladiator to try to gain some sort of redemption from his monastery when he accidentally burned down their entire copse of trees.
Yeah.
So I figured a pyromaniac wood elf was something kind of new. So that's what I went with.
Oh, okay. And Dave, what about Marshall Trace, sorry.
Yeah. Um, well, Marshall is essentially, in a way, he's a man on the run, and he's come to the arenas basically to sort of ply his trade in a more direct manner than he's used to, more out of necessity than anything else, because he done screwed up in the past, tried to fleece someone who found out they were being fleeced, and this is someone that you don't want to be on the wrong side of. I don't have any details about who this person is, really. He's just this mysterious someone that you do not want to be on the wrong side of. And since Marshall's just born a poor boy from a poor family, and insert more Bohemian Rhapsody lines here, um, excuse me, he's pretty much here only because he has to be, and it's just a desperate ploy to hopefully make a little money.
Oh, okay. So he wasn't hired by the Druid Guild to punish Elst from burning down forests and
No, he
things.
was not hired by
Okay.
by, by the monastery to punish elves for burning down his trees.
I'm going to screen share our arena because we find ourselves back in Acaris. Thinking it's now showing to everyone. Yes, so we'll have the monk on the left, the assassin on the right. And it's a hot day on Acaris, as usual. You see that the people on the stands are actually getting quite bored. You don't know if they're calming down because they had too much to drink, or if it's just because of the heat, or just because maybe the fights before this were boring, because that tends to happen. But you see the commentator is not even trying to rouse the crowd, and he just announce you guys. And the first that he calls up from the catacombs downstairs is Elst. Just says, and now, ladies and gentlemen, from I don't know where he's from. There's this Elst Lintu, Wood Elf monk with something to do here, and the doors open. What do they see, Elst?
He's going to be dressed in very simple clothes, kind of like a very dark colored makeshift, almost like a gi. Um, very Asian, but also very just practical. It's folded cloth. Um, his hands are his hands are a little burnt, and his arms are covered in tattoos that depict like fire.
Okay, well then you have a pretty accurate token. And as you walk in, is there anything you say to the crowd, or you just flexing your muscles.
For now, just a little bit of like hopping about and all that, just
Okay,
limbering up.
roll your fame die.
Okay. You said that's a D10?
Yes. +1. No, gets you to 14. So that will give you 1 crowd advantage because as you start flexing, you do see a couple of eyebrows raised, like, oh, he looks interesting.
Oh yeah.
And as the commentator noticed, some people take notice of this one. He almost makes an effort for his next. Oh, I lost the word. His next announcement. Say, and facing him on the right side of the arena, welcome the assassin, Marshall. Yeah, he can't bother to remember your last name.
That's fine. Probably prefer it that way anyway. Probably wouldn't even give his last name.
Yeah. So as you walk into the from the catacombs, what do people see?
Well, Marshall's an average height man, young too. Um, Wearing basically, loose breathing clothing and a set of very worn, kind of cracked studded leather armor. There's belt across his waist. He's got a rapier on one side, 4 daggers on the other, and all sorts of pouches and sacks and tricks and tools. You know, he looks like he's pretty well done up and probably has a trick or two up his sleeve. And he comes in wearing a very sly grin.
Roll your fame die.
11.
11. Did you already add anything to that?
Just a +2.
Just the plus. So it's the total. 11 is the total. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
11 total.
you'll also have the 1 crowd event, but you do hear the crowd picking up. You hear some women saying, "Oh, he looks interesting." And as you start, getting yourself ready for the fight, you can see that the crowd is, at least intrigued at what they see. Then again, you also hear one of the drunken men behind you saying something. Oh no, man, he looks like another one of those Azeroths. A lot of twirling, no hitting. I would say, as the trumpets roar to signal the start of the fight, roll initiative.
Is a proficiency added to that?
For the monk, it isn't.
Okay.
I don't think proficiency is added to initiative. From what I read, I think it's just dexterity, unless I don't know. I don't even know if they have the improved initiative feat.
Yeah, they have some feats that some classes have advantages on that, but
I didn't see anything for advantage for rogue either.
Oh damn. This one's on the cards, ladies and gentlemen.
well, it better having a critical on the initiative than on an attack. So, but I guess you're
Yeah, I've
surprised.
exhausted my critical for the game.
Yeah, you surprise everyone by being the first to act, Marshall. So why don't you tell us what you're doing? The squares are 5 feet, by the way.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Marshall's just going to get into comfortable position behind the pillar and draw his weapons. Rapier in one hand, dagger in the other.
And you hear the crowd say, "Oh, yeah, he's quick at hiding." Elst, your turn.
Okay. Well, he's gonna go wide over here, and he's gonna yell out, "You ever fought a man who knew he was coming, assassin? Or knew you were coming, assassin?"
Oh, plenty of times.
All right. Yeah, that's my turn. I'll just kind of move in,
Okay.
move out.
All right. So, excuse me. I need to double check something real quick. All right. So, from behind the pillar, Marshall will peek out and throw a dagger his way. Now, for the range increment, it says between 20 and 60 squares for the throw. I assume 0 to 20 would be like no penalty, and then
Yeah, it's
increasing increments.
Yeah, and you would throw at a disadvantage for this one.
Yeah. So it'd be a -1.
No, disadvantage here. You throw 2d20 and you take the lowest result.
Ah, okay. This is a learning experience for me. Yeah, I missed.
Yeah, your throw was perfect, and except that you kind of clipped the pillar as you threw, so the blade kind of lands like here somewhere in the middle.
Feels like. Oh, that's embarrassing.
Okay. 40. Okay, perfect. So I will move to here, and then to here, and then in here. And that's my my entire 40-foot movement, or 45-foot movement. I am going to make an attack with my short sword.
Okay. It's not what I thought you were doing.
What do you think I was going to do?
I thought you were going to stay 10 feet away and use a key point.
I thought about that, but I thought if he's going to use daggers and shit, then the last thing he wants me to be is up close.
Yeah.
Okay. And
just to make it easier for us to know when it's a hit or not, what's your guys' AC?
16 when I have 2 weapons drawn.
16 for me as well.
And what is it when you don't have 2 weapons drawn?
15.
15. So you're now at 15 since you
Yeah.
threw away your dagger. Yeah.
And I hope I understand this correctly, but if I'm making an attack with a monk weapon, I can attack again as an unarmed?
Yes, with a bonus action, yeah.
Oh, okay. Alright, so here's my unarmed attack. Oh, that's no good.
No, that's a hit, because he's at 15 at the moment, because he only has 1 weapon, and
Oh,
tie
right.
goes to the attacker.
Okay. Alright,
So
short sword, I believe, is 1d6.
Yeah.
Plus 1, masterwork. Oh, plus 4, actually. That's for the short sword.
And the d4 plus 4 for your unarmed.
Plus 4?
Oh no, plus 3. You're sorry.
Yeah.
I'm confusing
thought-
with my own monk. He's better.
Oh, well, gee. So it's 15 damage.
Ouch. All right. Okay. So.
Oh, I'm done. By the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Just in case that wasn't clear.
So yeah, he takes the stab in the clock to the jaw, square on the chin, and oh, don't you pack a wallop. Pulls out another one of his daggers and will attack. First with his rapier. Oh, the dice just love me, don't they?
Oh man.
Ow. Well, they
That's
flub that bad.
that's
But
tragic. Hey.
But you rolled twice because you were doing 2 attacks, or did you have
Two attacks.
advantage?
No, not for advantage, just because I'm double attacking.
Oh, okay, so
The first roll was the rapier, the second roll was the dagger.
which flies out of your hands.
Yeah. Oh, that's just great.
You might want to call upon the powers of the arena. I think.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna do that. Let me bring up the thing again and see what it was.
And will you do that to give yourself an advantage on the next turn, or to give him disadvantage on his next turn?
Probably disadvantage on his next turn.
Yeah.
And I'm also going to take my cunning action to disengage.
So no attack of opportunity.
Yeah. I just gotta remember how far I can move when I disengage. I think it's just 5 feet.
No, it's you have your you get out of the threatened area, and then you have your full move still, because you haven't moved in this one.
Yeah. So.
And you can't walk through
Yeah, I
pillars.
can't walk through the pillar. So.
You can try getting up the pillar, but
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I believe that's 30 right
Yeah.
there. All right.
Okay. So I'm going to move 10 feet this way and here, unless that's into the pillar.
no, that's
And now I'm going to expend a key point to activate fists of the fire, or sorry, fangs of the fire snake.
Mm-hmm.
Too big, and he's going to go for. I'm going to say a punch and a kick. And as he goes to punch and kick, like these big plumes of fire come off his arms. Here goes 1. So do I roll 2 for each roll, or just the one? The
Yeah.
first.
Two for each roll, but you might want to step 5 foot closer,
Yeah.
because now you're at 15 feet.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay, gotcha. My bad. I thought plus. Okay, here's 1 roll, first attack. Second roll, first attack. Oh, that's no good.
Both miss.
And first roll, first attack, or second attack. Second roll, second attack. Oh, wow, that sucks.
Yes.
So
Oh, well, it was super flashy.
yeah, Dave, do tell us how you dodge all those flashy plumes of fire.
As he sees his hands and feet ignite, he just, oh, good, magic. It just had to be magic. and just watching him as close as he can, just kind of swerves and weaves, so the fire just sort of brushes just alongside him.
And you do the crowd picks up at that because they love magic because technically it's not that common in the fights.
Yeah.
And they do like to see that it doesn't affect you at any way. You're pretty cool at dodging.
Yeah. Well, buddy, I got a few tricks of my own up my sleeve.
By all means, let's see.
He grabs a pouch from his belt, or reaches for a pouch from his belt, and takes a step back and spills it open, spilling. Yeah, let me spilling caltrops in that area. Let me see.
It's just 5 feet or
10. I think that's 15 now.
and in what kind of a area do you drop your caltrops?
Right in here. I think it's just a 5-foot square.
Okay.
Let me bring the thing open again just to make absolutely sure.
That would be underwhelming.
Um, I just gotta find the items. Still familiarizing myself with the book. Ah, here we go. I can't remember. Caltrops are any 5-foot square.
Okay.
DC 15 dexterity save, or must stop moving on that turn and take 1 piercing damage. That also reduces your walking speed by 10 feet until you regain at least 1 hit point.
And can you throw it just at his feet or can you throw it on his square?
It does not say. It says, as an action, you spread a bag of caltrops to cover an area that is 5 feet on a side. Any creature that enters the area must succeed a DC 15 saving throw or stop moving this turn and take 1 piercing damage. But shit, if I can throw it on his square, then that's what I'll do.
Yeah, I think that would make most sense.
Yeah, I agree.
All right,
And
yeah.
he's a monk, he can handle it.
He's gonna throw the caltrops right around your feet.
And you said if I fail, I take -10 to any movement?
Yeah, until you gain 1 point of health.
Brutal.
You also lose 1 point of health.
Right. The slowing me down is the thing that worries me, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In that case, well, I'm going to step after you. So right there, what am I rolling?
Your reflex save.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's off, for monks, that's off strength and dex, yeah?
That's off your dexterity.
And you need to beat a 15.
15. Okay, 1 second.
Shouldn't be too hard for you.
And before you roll, do you want to take any advantage from the crowd, or are you still keeping that?
If I disadvantage him, is that to any roll he makes?
Yeah, but that's on his next turn.
Oh, okay. No, I think I'd like to know if I'm stopped here, I don't want to use anything. Like, is that something I can do, or is it?
Well, the thing is, if you keep it, well, you just do one. You just do your regular turn.
Mm-hmm.
if you use your crowd effect now, you do have advantage on all your rolls for this round.
Okay. All right. Sure. That's what I'll use. And that's just +3 for my dex then on the reflex.
No, because you're proficient, so that's your proficiency bonus plus your dex plus your roll.
Okay.
So that should be a +5.
Like I said, shouldn't be too hard for you to beat.
Oh, there it is. I don't even have to roll again.
Yeah, but just do. Maybe you have a critical.
Sure.
18. You easily go over the caltrops.
Okay. And is it a
Yeah, no
10-foot
surprise
movement
there.
space to go diagonally?
It's 5 foot for the first diagonal, and basically every 2 diagonals, it goes like 5 feet, 10 feet, 5 feet, 10 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. So I'll say 5 feet. That's 5 feet.
You can easily make it as a monk.
And
Nobody will ever outpace you in an arena as a monk.
okay. In that case, I'm gonna go for the short sword one more time.
And that one will also be at advantage. And people cheer at you as they think that caltrops are like the lamest thing to use ever.
Oh no.
Yes, they do.
Okay, there's 1. There's 2.
So that's a hit.
Okay, and I'm gonna make my unarmed attack alongside it. That is proficiency gets added to attack. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
to attack, yes.
Okay. There's 1. There's 2.
That's at 2 hits.
Okay. There's 1. There's 2.
And describe your hits as they bring him really close to falling down.
Very close, but not quite there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, as he makes it there, he's gonna kind of jump up. The sword's gonna come down towards his neck, which I'll assume because I don't friggin' kill you, you're gonna kind of duck out of the way of.
Mm-hmm.
So it grazes your chest, and then his palm's gonna come from underneath and get you right in the gut. And I'm trying to think of something clever to say, and I'm failing. Nah, you know what? I'm good. Go ahead.
Well, ain't this just a fine day? And he's just gonna say, he's basically going, screw it, all in. Draws another one of his daggers.
Oh yeah, that's what I like to hear.
Starts with the rapier,
Ooh, that's a hit.
the dagger,
That is also a hit.
and since he has finesse,
6. All right.
and he's going to use his cunning action to disengage once again.
Climb on top of the pillar.
I don't think I'd have enough movement to do that, because climbing makes you move at half speed.
True.
But put the pillar between us.
And that's your round.
That's my round.
Okay. Oh man. I'm torn
No.
between, do I want to go all or nothing or the safe bet? But even the safe bet has its own risks.
Now, a question.
You're in
If
the
he
arena. You're trying to gain fans.
question, Yannick,
Yeah.
because I'm still not super familiar with fifth yet. If he comes around the pillar, since he no longer has, sight of me,
Mm-hmm.
would I and comes into melee? Would I get a reaction action during that?
We can say you do.
So like either way I come around, he's got time to throw something at me.
Well, that depends. What reaction would you take?
Um,
That sounds about right in my opinion.
yeah.
Hmm?
Like if I come into view, if he's got the dagger in his hand, presumably he can chuck it.
Yeah, but that's why I ask what kind of reaction.
That would mainly depend on what he does, but
Okay, well let's just say that. Just do your turn, Stu, and we'll see what happens.
Okay. I'm gonna
If
5 foot here. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to use Fist of Unbroken Air. I need a. What's the DC? 8 plus 2 plus. I need a DC 14 strength check.
that's on you, Dave.
gods are not kind to me today.
Yeah, I'll say. All right. Well, this is
The gods of Roll20 are rarely kind to me unless I'm DMing. Then they start like showering me with criticals against my players because
Man, I've noticed that. My friggin' like my other DM in this, he just rolls like just crits every day. And okay, so I want a question. The entryway. It's like an outcropping right here. Oh,
Yeah.
geez.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So I deal damage. I believe it's blunt force. Yeah, 3d10 bludgeoning damage. And I'm going to push him 20 feet away. So you'd knock and like slam into the outcrop.
Am I right to assume, Dave, that you do not have more than 3 hit points?
I have one.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's gonna be a knockout.
So do tell us, Elst, how you blow away your competition.
Well, I'm going to go a little avatar here. And that he takes one really strong step forward, kind of palm outstretched. And the air kind of distorts for a second as like this weird like thing kind of flies through the air, smacks you right full in the chest, and you go way across the arena and hit that wall. And as for what happens next, that's all on you, man. But yeah, that's what I do.
And bam! Oh, he slumps against the wall. I really hope my contacts bet against me this time. Great.
Else is gonna bow, and he's gonna say, "Your trickery might have availed you, but the faith were not with you this day. You're a worthy opponent."
And as you say that, roll your the fame dice with advantage.
Do I roll it twice?
Yeah.
So it's 1d10 plus 1?
Yeah.
And again. Oh, wow! Ooh, stupid monk.
People are like... You see a conflicted crowd at this, because some are like, don't tell him he was a worthy opponent, you blew him away. And the other people were like, you didn't have to go all out on him. He was already dead on his feet. So you have a feeling that no matter what you would have done, you wouldn't have pleased the crowd on this one. But you did win your first fight.
Okay.
And Marshall, as the fight is done, you see two clerics rush over to you. They heal you up and help you to stand. Anything you want to say to the crowd as you throw your fame die? Or to your opponent?
Give one last cough of, well, at least someone's trickery availed them. And I roll with disadvantage, yes?
No, you just roll normally.
Damn, crap.
And the crowd react more positively to that. Some laugh, some clap. You'll do better next time.
And he'll turn to the monk and say, "It's the good looks," and give him a wink.
Well, thank you for an entertaining fight. As I said, this is the last fight in this in this round of the playtesting. Obviously, we're not nearly done with this system, but having had 7 fights now, we have a pretty good idea of how the system is holding up in its current state. And next week, I will spend some time fleshing out the next part of it, adding some rules that we've decided on as a community, and we'll seeing what other fun things we can add to make it the fights last maybe a little longer or end more brutally.
Yeah.
Depending on the die. I want to thank Stu and Dave for being here today. I really enjoyed officiating this fight. Anything you have to say about this fight or the system before we close off?
It was fun.
Yeah, I like it.
Apart from the rolls kicking me in the gonads, it was fun.
Yeah. I definitely like that, like the factor of the crowd. It kind of adds
Yeah.
that, like, what's your trump card? Like, what are you going to play? Because at the level we're at, I mean, that could make all the difference.
Mhm.
It almost did.
Yeah. Yeah, I probably didn't play at my best today, honestly, just because I'm so freaking wiped out from work. But still, shit, I had a good time. Not a bad way to start off my D&D 5e career.
We had way worse pummelings in.
Oh, I believe it.
I think there was one fight where he didn't hit a single hit
Ooh.
Yeah, I
and
still
got taken out
2
in
solid
2
hits
rounds.
in. Yeah, what were you at after those hits, by the way?
Health-wise,
Mhm.
you knocked me to about 15. You
Yeah.
just about took me to half from that.
Yeah, so if we straight up duked it out, that could have been a pretty close fight.
Yeah, straight up. Because like my unarmed damage isn't all that great. So if we just ran up right up to one another, it would have been anybody's game.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
and
know what? I just realized it actually could have been a bit more because I rolled the wrong die for my rapier. It was supposed to be a D8, not a D6. Not that it really matters.
No, but it's good. And I do have to say that one tactical mistake you've made, Dave,
Mm-hmm.
is you gained the initiative and you didn't use it to stick a blade into him at start of the fight.
Well, I couldn't have made it to him at the start of the fight.
Yeah, I know, but it's a free action, so you can as well throw your dagger.
True.
Because you ended up in the second round
get-
still going at disadvantage.
Yeah. I'm still getting familiar with this, but
Yeah, you want to, and this is in fights like these, you want to draw blood as fast as possible.
no.
But that was it. So I hope you guys at home enjoyed it. Leave your comments and feedback or on here on YouTube, on the Facebook page of Dawnforged, or on our Google Plus page. The links will be in the description. And we hope to hear from you guys soon. Bye.